Hello there, fandoms of the world. My name is the Geek Theorist, and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown live session. Now, before we get into things, I just want you all to know that I do have a full RWBY theory in the works for tomorrow's video, so you can expect that then. However, I didn't want to go today without making a video because that one's not going to be able to come out until tomorrow because it's a bit more work. So I just decided, since these Showdown lives are fun and simple, that I was just going to record another one for today's video so that you would all have something to watch today. That being said, let's get right into things with our team preview. So, as you can see here, we're going to be playing with one of my favorite new Pokemon. If you saw, actually this might be my favorite new Pokemon. If you saw my top 10 best competitive Pokemon video, you'll know that it was on there. We are starting off with Foster, our Mimikyu, and Mimikyu's going to be rocking out with that Life Orb to deal some extra damage. Pretty basic set. We've got the Swords Dance, so we can try and set up with our Disguise, take that one hit, and then go ahead and set up with the Swords Dance. We've got Leech Life for some coverage, as well as getting some HP back potentially, because Mimikyu is able to take a hit here and there. We got Shadow Sneak for the priority, as well as Play Rough for our big stab fairy type attack. Next we got Bartholomew, our Alolan Marowak, rocking out with the leftovers with the ability Lightning Rod. I know it's possible to also get Rockhead, which would make it so we don't take any recoil from our Flare Blitzes, but I prefer Lightning Rod because it gives us that extra immunity, which is nice with some of the powerful electric types like Tapu Koko and crap, what is that one? Ultra Beast, I don't remember right now, but with those running around, it's nice to have the electric immunity. So, we're rolling with Shadow Bone and Flare Blitz as our stabs, as well as Earthquake for the nice coverage, and this is going to be able to set up rocks if we get the opportunity, which is going to be nice. Entry hazards are excellent to have in OU. Next, we have Puffs, our Tapu Koko, named for Cocoa Puffs, obviously. Holding the Life Orb, again, for the extra damage. We saw the set, it's the same set as we had in our last Showdown Live with Volt Switch, HP Ice, Grass Knot, and Thunder. Just kidding, this is not what we're supposed to have there. I'm sorry. This should be Dazzling Gleam, where our Grass Knot is. There we go, Volt Switch, HP Ice, Dazzling Gleam, and Thunder. I was actually debating back and forth between Grass Knot and HP Ice, not Grass Knot and Dazzling Gleam, so I don't know why that happened. I must have misclicked something, but that's Puffs. Next we have CELESTEAL Yo Girl, our Celesteela, with the leftovers. Obviously got Beast Boost. Pretty standard stuff. I don't know exactly if Air Slash is standard for this Pokemon. I don't think it is. I think some of them run Autotomize and maybe some kind of status, but ours is rocking out with Leech Seed, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, and Air Slash. Fire Blast is really great coverage on this Pokemon. Leech Seed, it just worked really well with the leftovers, and this Pokemon is so very bulky that it is very hard to take down. Next we have Tapu GG, our Tapu Fini, holding the leftovers with Misty Surge, obviously. This is a pretty standard Calm Mind set. I know there's different options where I have Ice Beam right now, but I wanted to carry the Ice Beam. I mean, on one hand, we can already hit Dragon types with our Moon Blast, but perhaps we can switch that around depending on what we're running into. But for now, we're rocking out with Calm Mind to set up, as well as Surf, Moon Blast, and Ice Beam. And this is a pretty, it's like a mixed set. I have some pretty high defenses, and then the high special attack to, kind of get in there and deal. Actually, I think I want to change that around, because if we're setting up a Calm Mind, we're not going to need that much special defense. We're actually going to want to boost our physical defense. Okay. That's a little more like, I think, what we're going to want to be rolling with. So, that's, sorry for that, but that's our Tapu Fini. And finally, we're rolling out the set, rounding out the team with Bro Mala, our Komala, with the leftovers. Ability Comatose, so he's not going to be able to get status or anything. He's got Rapid Spin, so we can take care of hazards ourselves. We can come in on Toxic Spikes, not take any, not get the poison. Sorry about that. As well as just getting rid of rocks. Earthquake for just a nice move to hit most Pokemon. U-turn to get in and out. and Wish, which I don't think is standard on this, but I wanted to see if it was possible to get a Wish off and pass it to something else if we could. So that's going to be the team. We are going to head right into our first battle and see what we can get. So I'll see you then. Alright, so we've got our first battle here. It's looking like I don't really know what's going on here. It's very possible we'll see the Gigalith lead. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I feel like it might be smart to just lead with Tapu Gigi. And I think I'm going to do that. Start the timer. And it is going to be Gigalith. I see no reason not to just go with a Surf here. He could switch into Tapu Bulu, definitely. Actually, Moonblast will do a lot to this, and if he does go into the Tapu Bulu, it'll do a lot to that as well. And if this doesn't switch out, we can always just hit... If it just wants to set up rocks, we can just hit Surf next turn and take this thing out. So we are going to go with the Moonblast. And he's going to go into Celesteela. I don't know why he would do that. We get the crit. It shouldn't matter too much. This is a really bulky Pokemon. I don't know why he would do that with the possibility for the Surf coming through, but... You know, that is his choice. I think we are pretty safe to go into Puffs. I mean, he does have the Alolan Marowak, which is fine with taking that. We don't really have many other options, though, so I'm going to go right into Puffs. See what he wants to do with Celesteela. He's going to go for the Heavy Slam. That's going to do a big chunk, but not enough. He could go into the Marowak, which I'm fine with. I just really don't want this thing just killing us here. So he's going to Protect, get some more HP back as we go for the Volt Switch. He's definitely scouting, but we really can't afford to not go for the Electric-type attack here, just in case he wants to go into... I mean, he can go into a Alolan Marowak and take it, definitely, but we really don't have a choice here. So he is going to make that play. It was pretty obvious, and we pretty much... What do we have for this? I believe Tapu Fini pretty much takes this thing on. So we're going to go ahead and do... Actually, do we want to go into Kamala? I'm not sure. We're going to go into Tapu Fini, see what happens. He could just go for the Shadow Bone here, which will do a good chunk of damage. But he's going to go for the Willow, which is great for us because... He really doesn't have, we can't be statused, obviously, because of the Misty Terrain. This time we're just going to fire off the Surf. He might want to go into Tapu Bulu, but he is going to go back in Celesteela. This thing's going to be specially defensive, pretty obviously, if he's switching it in like that. He's probably just going to go for the Heavy Slam again. And I want to go into Bartholomew. Oh, he's going to Leech Seed. He's going to Leech Seed. That's a good play. This thing is very hard to deal with, but I think I'm just going to try and set up my rocks here. As he goes into Gigalith. But we get up our rocks. And he's gonna, you know, just do what he does. We could just fire off an Earthquake. I'm not sure how much it's gonna do. And I think he just wants to get up his rocks here. So we could go into Tapu Fini. Actually, I think that's the play. We're gonna go into Tapu Fini. Get those Leech Seeds off of... Okay, he's gonna go right for the Stone Edge. Didn't see that coming. Again, we could just go for the Surf. I don't really know... I mean, our defense is pretty high. If we Calm Mind, we could do a good chunk of damage to Celesteela next turn. So, I'm going to click Calm Mind. Oh, and he's going to stay in. I did not expect him to stay in. He's going to Toxic us. Do we not have our Misty? I guess that ended. Yeah, the Misty Terrain ended. So he's going to be able to Toxic us. That's fine. I'm just going to click Surf. He is free to go into Celesteela again, but this time it's going to be taking rocks as well as the Surf, which is great for us because we are going to be doing a lot to this Pokemon. We really need to go for the Surf here, as much as I don't want him going to Tapu Bulu. He is going to Protect. That's fine. How much did our Surf do last time? It did not do enough to take this thing out at 43%. Of course, once this thing's gone, we can always, well, I mean, once this thing's down to very little health left, it's not like... I'm just going to click Surf again. Oh, and we are actually going to be able to take it out. So it looks like that was a roll. It did 41% before. This time it managed to do the full 43%. So we are going to be able to take out the Celesteela, which is great. I was not expecting that. My play was basically just I was going to hope that it stayed in, took the damage from the Surf, and then I would have been able to switch into anything basically and take it out on the next turn. He goes into his own Tapu Fini, and I kind of just want to click Moonblast. Ours doesn't really do much at this point, and we're going to die this turn, so might as well just go for the Moonblast. As he has the Protect, that's fine. We are going to see Tapu GG go down, I believe, from Toxic Damage. Yeah. So now, I feel good going into Puffs. He could go into Marowak again, and there's not really much we can do for that. Huh. Water Fairy. I'm just gonna go into Puffs. We're gonna get rid of the Misty Terrain, and if he goes into Marowak, I'm gonna predict that, and we're gonna go into Bromala. He goes into Gigalith. Interesting choice there. Gets up the Sandstream. That's fine. I just kind of want to click Earthquake. I probably won't do that much. It's not Stab. I think I'm going to click U-Turn. With this, we can kind of go into Celesteela and get off a big Flash Cannon on this thing. I don't really know. He could bring in Marowak, I guess, on the Flash Cannon. Or, I guess Tapu Fini doesn't really appreciate it that much either. He's going to go right into Tapu Fini, which again is nice because we just get off the U-turn. It is a resisted hit, but that doesn't matter too much. And I kind of just want to go into Celesteela and click Leech Seed. He is free to go into Tapu Bulu, but I don't think that does too much to us. And then we have Air Slash to handle that. So we're just going to click Leech Seed. Whatever he wants to do from here, he can... I don't know what kind of Tapu Fini this is. It could be Calm Mind like mine was, in which case we're in a little bit of trouble, but getting up the seeds. And it looks like my opponent likes the nickname. I'm going to say thank you, friend. As what did he do there? I missed the entire play. He's going to go for the Defog, okay, on our rocks, which is... I mean, kind of bad, but at the same time, it doesn't really prevent us from doing too much. I'm just going to click Flash Cannon. We can always go back. Okay, he's going to bring out Marowak now. That's fine. He's got leftovers. He could just be going for the Flare Blitz here. We don't really have much to take that. I mean, does Celesteela eat that hit? I don't know. I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed again. He's going to go for the Shadow Bone. I think he predicted me to switch out there. He does get the defense drop on the Shadow Bone, which isn't good for us. This time I feel like he's going to go for the Flare Blitz. I kind of wish we had Protect because we could Scout here, but at the same time we don't. So we basically just have to go into Bartholomew. He's going to go for the Flare Blitz there, so that was a nice prediction on our part. We're going to get some health back with the Leech Seed and our leftovers. Misty Terrain's gone. And I don't think he'd have any speed investment. It's probably a speed tie here. I don't know. Does anything really take a Shadow Bone that well? It doesn't look like it. I kind of just want to go for the Shadow Bone. As he's going to switch out into the Gigalith. That's fine. We're going to get off a Shadow Bone. So this thing is pretty bulky, we see. However, I don't know what it would have for Celesteela. So we're just going to go right into Celesteela. As he gets up his Stealth Rocks, that's fine. We can bring Komala and spin those away whenever we see fit. I'm just going to click Leech Seed. He can go into Marowak again, but then it's taking damage from our Leech Seed. And we are going to be pretty safe in that situation, honestly. I think this time, it's probably especially defensive Marowak based on the damage we do with Flash Cannon. But I don't think he can take me out immediately with a Flare Blitz, and I kind of just want to click Air Slash. See if we can get the flinch. We can't. And that does just over half, but he's going to go down this turn. And that is another kill for us. And we're looking pretty good right now. He's going to go into Lycanroc. I don't really know what Lycanroc has for us. I kind of just want to click Flash Cannon and see what happens. Okay, so he's got the Fire Fang. That did some good damage. And we are actually going to flinch from that. So that's unfortunate. We don't really have much to take the Fire Fang, unfortunately. Our opponent's gonna say, didn't even know that was possible. Well, it is a possibility. That is the game we play. I kind of want to go to Bramala. I don't know how much this Fire Fang's gonna. Oh, he might even not go for Fire Fang. He doesn't need to at this point, but he does. That's gonna do a lot. Okay, I think a Stone Edge takes us out at this point. I kind of wanted to spin these rocks away. We're gonna see if we can get it off. If not, the rocks are here to stay, and we just got to play around them as he gets the Stone Edge and lands it. And down goes Bramala. That is unfortunate. We have one more turn to get Puffs out here. It gets up to 355 speed. We are 359. It's possible. No, he switched up moves. So this thing is not Choice Scarfed. We know that much. And not really much on his team that wants to take the big Thunder. We kind of have to go for Thunder, as dangerous as that is. Oh, just kidding. A Cell Rock. God, I remember that at the last second. And, woo, looks like we're in a lot of trouble here. So, we've got Mimikyu coming out. This is pretty much our last chance to, you know, win this game as it is. We're going to click Swords Dance. Again, not really much we can do here except to go for the Swords Dance. Our opponent hates this thing. Oh, and he's going to actually let us set up our Swords Dance, which is going to be nice for us. We can get off a Play Rough here. I don't want to keep... I kind of don't want to keep trying to set up because we do have our... Alright, and that's going to do a really big chunk of damage, which is great. He's going to go for the Stone Edge, breaking our Disguise. But we... I don't know how much an Excel Rock is going to do is the trouble here. We can definitely get off the Play Rough and take this thing out this turn. That's a crit, did not matter, obviously. That's going to go down, and I think an Excel Rock actually takes out Mimikyu at this point, and then we're in a lot of trouble because Marowak does not beat Lycanroc one-on-one. That's, yeah. Do we outspeed this thing? Gets up to 355, and it's probably definitely speed invested, so basically we just kind of have to click Play Rough and hope it can't take us out with an Excel Rock. Or we could Shadow Sneak in case he's not going for the priority because he doesn't think it'll take us out. I am just going to Shadow Sneak. He could go for the Excel Rock here, in which case it would have been better to Play Rough in case we lived that. But, okay, so he did not go for the priority Excel Rock, which is awesome for us. That's pretty much what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping would happen because I don't think an Excel Rock would have taken us out, which obviously my opponent agreed. So they weren't able to go for their priority. I was, and was able to just take that thing right out. This gets up to 295. Do I think it's speed invested, though? I mean, I can just click Shadow Sneak again, but I'm worried it won't take it out. Because Tapu Fini is very bulky. I'm just going to click Play Rough. This could be the game right here. We are going to get it off and take out the Tapu Fini. Wow, this is coming down to the wire. So, Tapu Fini goes down, which is great. I do think our Marowak beats Tapu Bulu one-on-one. This gets up to 273. Does Tapu Bulu run full speed investment? I don't know. I kind of just want to click Shadow Sneak here. This again. I don't know if Tapu Bulu... We're going to go into the Team Builder, actually. No, we're gonna go... I need like a damage count. I don't know what's standard on Tapu Bulu. So I guess... Part of me wants to click Play Rough, but I feel like it's speed invested. The crit did not matter there. That is a super effective Play Rough. I'm gonna throw the GG to my opponent. I was really worried that it was speed invested. I don't know what's standard on Tapu Bulu. I'm the first to admit it, but I was able to get off the play rough first. I guess he wasn't speed invested because I didn't think Shadow Sneak would take it out, and I was worried that Tapu Bulu is just an extremely strong Pokemon. Even a Wood Hammer against a not very effective Alolan Marowak, I was worried would take me out. So I kind of just had to go with... Actually, that was not a super effective player. Now that I'm thinking, for some reason I thought he was grass fighting. He is grass fairy. So maybe the crit mattered there. That feels a little bit bad, but we are able to get the kill with the +2 play rough. And that is our first battle. We're going to head right into the next one, so I'll see you guys then. So we got our next battle. An interesting team, definitely. I like some of what I'm seeing. I don't like some of what I'm seeing as well. But it's very possible that we could see the Liepard being the lead. I'm going to see. Gonna have some manners here. Give him the old GLHF. Good luck. Have fun. We're going to predict the Liepard to be the lead. And we're going to go ahead and click Celesteela because if he wants to go for the fake out, we take that. It's possible he could try to status us. I think it gets Thunder Wave. At which point I am just going to... If he does lead the Liepard, honestly, I think I'm immediately just going to double into Tapu Fini. Or I could just lead Tapu Fini, to be honest. Oh, it's a little too late for that. He does lead the Liepard. I am kind of expecting a Thunder Wave. I guess it doesn't matter that much. And we can just kind of click Leech Seed here, but I'm just going to go right to Tapu GG. Predicting the Thunder Wave to want to come through. As he goes for the knockoff. Okay, that's a little upsetting. I was not expecting that to come immediately. I don't like the Venusaur at all. I'm going to click Moonblast, though. If he wants to stay in with Liepard, obviously that takes a big hit. He is going to go right into the Venusaur, and we're going to see that does very little. But Bartholomew is kind of free to come in here. It's probably, yeah, make a Venusaur. With the thick fat. So we're not going to be doing that much with a Flare Blitz, to be honest. Kind of want to just go for my rocks here. On whatever he wants to do. I'm going to go for my rocks as he switches out into Turtonator. Fire Dragon. Kind of just want to go into Tapu GG again. I'm going to do that. Our Misty Terrain is going to go away this turn, unfortunately. As he Flamethrowers. It's not going to take us out, though, and this time I kind of want to predict Venusaur to come back in and go into Celesteela. We are going to see Venusaur come back in, which is great. I'm just going to click Air Slash. I don't know what he wants to do. He's going to Leech Seed on us. That's fine. Air Slash does a big chunk of damage. And he is not getting that back. So we're going to click Air Slash one more time. He can switch out if he wants, but Celesteela putting in some serious work with the Air Slash. I don't think that's standard again. I've watched a couple people playing Showdown Lives like this, and I haven't seen much Celesteela Air Slash. Another person who digs the nickname. Thank you, friend. Wow, he's just going to go for the Synthesis. That is annoying. What do we have that wants to take this thing on? Oh, we can go into Bromala and U-turn back into Celesteela. Honestly, that's what I want to do on the Synthesis. Yeah. We could Wish Pass. I'm just gonna click U-turn. As he Leech Seeds, that's fine, that's fine. What do we have? We have nothing to take this on, because he is just gonna be able to keep getting his health back. Actually, if he goes to... No, because he outspeeds us. Ah, this was a bad choice! I feel stupid now. I feel very stupid. Flash Cannon has a chance to lower the special defense. So we are gonna go for that special defense drop, actually. We're gonna click Flash Cannon as he switches out into the Aegislash. I'm not sure what this wants to do because we do have the Fire Blast, so we are going to go for that. Oh, we could Leech Seed. I'm going to Leech Seed. It's nice to get the seeds on Aegislash. As he goes for Shadow Claw, it's not going to be doing too much. And he's getting worn down, and we're just going to click Fire Blast. Are we? If he wants to switch out, I kind of want the Special Defense drop. Or I'm going to click Air Slash, because if he goes into Venusaur again, that will be doing a lot to him. He goes into Starmie, though. That does a decent chunk. He's probably going to Rapid Spin, which makes me want to go into Bartholomew. I'm going to do that. He could just click Scald, but he does go for the Rapid Spin, so that's a nice little prediction on our part. This is specially defensive, so I don't know if he'll be able to take me out, and I just kind of want to click Shadow Bone here. He goes for Hydro Pump, and it is going to take us out. So I was a little too confident in Alolan Marowak's special defense, but we are free to go into Puffs, and kind of just click Volt Switch. I don't see any Electric Immunities on his team, so we're going to click Volt Switch. In comes the Venusaur. This is going to do a nice chunk, definitely, even with the resisted. And how much was our... just kidding, Celesteela does not beat this thing no matter what, because it outspeeds us, I believe. Yeah, we only do 50%, but again, we're going to be going for those special defense drops, because it's really the... Actually, no, because then we only have Play Rough, and that's not very effective. So we are going to go for the special defense drops again with Celesteal Yo Girl. Fire off the big Flash Cannon. See what we can do here. He is going to go straight up for the Synthesis. That's fine. There's our special defense drop. Wow, we got very lucky there. First turn. I'm going to click Air Slash as he goes into the Starmie. If he just wants to go for the Hydro Pump again, it's going to be doing a lot, but I'm kind of okay with it. We are just going to click Air Slash again. As he goes for the Rapid Spin, gets rid of my rocks, that's fine. Because we take Starmie out, and we're going to get a boost to our special defense there with Celesteela. So we are going to be able to take some hits. He could go into Turtonator or Liepard. What does Liepard want to do? Probably knock off on my leftovers, which I'm kind of okay with. Just clicking Flash Cannon here. As he goes for the knockoff, we see our leftovers going away. I don't know what he wants to do from here. I'm going to click Air Slash, though. Actually. Okay, so he Encores me into Flash Cannon. I'm not too upset about that. We are up to 2 times special defense, and Turtonator's going to come through. So we really can't touch this thing, but I feel safe going into Tapu Gigi because we are going to eat the Flamethrower pretty easily. Our Misty Terrain's up, so there's no chance of a burn from that. Part of me wants to start Calm Minding here. Part of me definitely wants to start Calm Minding here. I don't know what he wants to do. I'm going to click Calm Mind. I know that Venusaur obviously has a thick fat, which means that our Ice Beam's not going to be doing much. I think Surf is actually the better play here. Let's see how much it does. It's he's got Giga Drain, definitely. This is probably not a good situation for us to want to be in. And he did knock off our leftovers. Still, I want to see how much the Surf does, just to see if there's some remote possibility of it doing good damage. That's a crit, and it did nothing. So he misses the Leech Seed, fortunately. He's definitely going to try and... He's definitely going to try and go for the Synthesis here. So our best play is Celesteal Girl yet again. Fire off the Flash Cannon. He misses the Leech Seed. That's unfortunate for my opponent. We get the special defense drop again. I kind of feel bad. I'm going to tell my opponent, I feel bad. I really do. Oh, boy. So we're going to get the special defense drop. After he misses the Leech Seed. Oh, I feel bad. He is going to switch out there. Pretty obvious play into Turtonator. Turtonator's got the Flamethrower. I kind of want to Leech Seed. At the same time, I don't. Because Tapu Gigi still walls this thing, but... We're going to click Leech Seed, actually. Flamethrower is going to do a big chunk, definitely. But we're going to get some decent back from that. And now we're going to go into our Tapu Gigi, because we can eat this hit and get back some of the HP. Just kidding! He goes right into Venusaur! Oh boy. We're going to go for the Ice Beam. Maybe we'll get the Freeze. Maybe we'll Hax him. He goes for the Leech Seed. And we're in serious trouble. I have nothing for this Pokemon. But we're going to go into Foster as he Leech Seeds again. Oh god, did not expect that. We're going to Swords Dance though. As he goes for the Giga Drain, breaks our Disguise. And here we're going to Shadow Sneak. We could Leech Life because it gets health back, but at the same time, it's not Stab. Actually, it does more than Shadow Sneak, doesn't it? They're both neutral. This only does... So we're going to click Leech Life. That does nothing. As he's going to Sludge Bomb. Do a big chunk to us. I really don't know what to do here. I'm going to Swords Dance again, predicting the Synthesis here. As he goes for it, we're going to click Leech Life again. This is kind of our only play around this. As he goes into his Aegislash. Okay, and if he King Shields here, we lose our Foster. At the same time, I don't really see any other choice because it's not going to have the opportunity to do anything more. So we're going to go for the Shadow Sneak. Obviously, he's going to click King Shield. That's the smart play. And we're going to go down to the, that. So back into Celesteal Girl. We're going to click Fire Blast here. If he wants to go back into Venusaur, it's not going to do too much, but it's basically our best play. As he goes into Turtonator. Okay. I'm going to click Air Slash. I thought he would switch out. Thought he would switch out into Venusaur again, predicting me to double immediately into Tapu Gigi. He did not. But we're going to go to Puffs. A Dazzling Gleam will hopefully take this thing out. I don't think it has that much special defense. Yeah, so we're going to be able to take out the Turtonator. It's not going to mean too much because that Venusaur just walls our team entirely. I don't know what we could change around to prevent this from happening. We're going to go for Thunder, though. We're going to miss the Thunder. As he goes for the Sludge Bomb. Bye-bye, Puffs. Basically, it's Komala and Tapu Gigi against this. And I'm just going to throw him the GG and hop on out of there. My opponent played a good game, so. That's 2 games down. I do want to get one more in because these have been some long games, and I don't only want to have 2 games in the entire live. So we are going to hop in for one more, so I will see you then. Alright, so. Lots of Ultra Beasts. We got 3 Ultra Beasts on the team. I can definitely see Golem or Smeargle being a lead. Wow. Okay. So, I'm just going to lead Tapu Gigi. It prevents us from being statused. He goes into Smeargle. That's fine. I'm just going to click Surf. I don't know what Smeargle wants to do. It could set up hazards. I think it could have Sticky Web. I think that's pretty common. He tries for the Spore. That's not going to work, buddy. That's Misty Terrain for you. So, my opponent doesn't know his Gen 7 all that well, as we see as he goes for the Spore. And we're able to take out the Smeargle after it gets up the Sticky Web, which is nice, because usually that thing will be able to, you know, put us to sleep and make things difficult for us, but it's not able to there. He goes to Pheromosa. I'm guessing Pheromosa has some kind of poison-type coverage. I don't know if it can take us out in one hit, though. As he goes for the Quiver Dance. Okay, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I am not used to this set. Oh, my goodness! Tapu Gigi! I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because that thing has 0 defenses, but I don't know. I thought after the Quiver Dance with geez, what am I saying? With the +2 special, or +1 special defense, that it'd be able to live the hit. It was not able to live the hit. We see Kartana gonna come in. Feel pretty good about Celesteela here. We can fire off a Fire Blast. A Leaf Blade's not gonna be doing anything, even after a crit. So we are just gonna click Fire Blast. I don't think he'll want to stay in, and we could go for Leech Seed, predicting that. But maybe he thinks he can do something to us. No, there's no way he's staying in. We're gonna Leech Seed. Yeah. Alright, that was a smart play. We get the seeds up on Toxapex. What does Toxapex have that wants to deal with us? I don't really know. I kind of just want to click Air Slash and see how much it does. So it does a nice 23%, and we do get the flinch. That's unfortunate on my opponent's part, but at the same time, you know, that is the game. I was playing for the flinch there. That is Air Slash and what it does. Kind of want to just go into Bromala now and Rapid Spin the web away so that we can end up going into Tapu Koko and, you know, doing what we do best. He can't status us, and he is going to go for the Toxic Spikes there. So perfect for us, as we are able to just Rapid Spin all of those entry hazards right away. He is continuously going for the Toxic Spikes. However, we can just continue to Rapid Spin, and he's not going to be able to keep those up as he sees and goes into Golem. We get the hit on the Golem, which is nice, and I kind of just want to click Earthquake here. As he goes for the Rock Polish, not expecting us to have the Earthquake, and Bromala! Oh, with the non-stab Earthquake, 4 times effective, going to be taking out the Golem. He's going to go to Kartana here. Again, Celesteela just takes any hit this thing wants to dish out, and from here there's not really much he can do. Sacred Sword's not going to be doing enough, and we are free to go for the Fire Blast. I think he's going to stay in this time after seeing how much damage that did, but Fire Blast will absolutely one-shot this thing. Down goes Kartana, and we get the big special defense boost with Celesteela Yo Girl. Yeah, so I think this one's pretty much a wrap at this point. It's going to be nice to get the win. The win at the end of the live is definitely fun. He goes into Toxapex. We are going to see that it is the Regenerator set, but there's not really much that he wants to do to me. I'm just going to click Leech Seed. As he goes for the Liquidation, that's doing nothing. So we get the health back from the Leech Seed. Now I'm just going to click Air Slash to round out the game if he wants to switch out. This is 4 times effective on Buzzwole. Bye-bye, Buzzwole. We get up to 2 times special defense. As we saw before, Toxapex has nothing to hit us with. I'm going to throw the GG now. There's no way my opponent comes back from this. Definitely, right off the bat with the Smeargle play, going for the Spore. Yeah, my opponent's just going to forfeit there. So, definitely right off the bat going for the Spore. That was the beginning of the end, really, because, you know, you just got to know your Gen 7 and Misty Terrain. The Tapu's abilities are definitely confusing to get around at first. You know, Grassy Terrain, Misty Terrain, the whole thing. It's really added a lot to Gen 7, a lot to competitive, and it's a lot of fun to play with, which obviously my opponent was not prepared for there. But there were definitely ways to play around it, and my opponent just was not making the reads the way I was. So we were able to take out a pretty powerful team there at the end, and that's going to wrap things up for us. So remember to leave a like or subscribe, if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment telling me what you thought down below. If you want to see some sets used in the next Showdown Live, be sure to go ahead and drop those sets down in the comments below. I will definitely take a look if anyone leaves something and see if I can use them in the next live. So I want to thank you for watching. It's been a blast. This has been The Geek Theorist. Until next time.